47 plays of John Simpson upcoming. We'll get right into it because I don't really need to talk much before we get into the plays because the plays kind of do the talking for themselves. He's gonna be your left guard every time, right? I'm gonna really point him out. Number 76, left guard. Here we go. Um, right off the jump, really good combo block and pancaking one Fred Warner actually with Malachi Corley here, which I didn't really notice the first time, but really good job in terms of the combo, just stuffing the 2i to Titman, and the reason it's really good is because he takes his zone step. He doesn't turn his lower half. Again, I talk about it all the time in the reviews. The tank and the turret. You want to turn the turret, not the tank, because if you start to turn your lower body into him, it's gonna be harder for you to get to the next level. So he does a good job of getting lateral here in his with his zone steps, and then just turning the upper body, getting hands inside on the D tackle. Um, Again, stuffing him inside, letting Tippmann cross his face, getting to the second level, tracking Warner, finding Warner in the open field, getting hands on, and in terms of like again, getting hands inside and all that stuff. Like yeah, ideally in every situation we get one inside, one outside for the most part, right? That's not a catch-all, but for the most part. When we get to the second level, though, really just contain a guy, especially a linebacker versus offensive lineman. He outweighs Warner by 60, 70 pounds, whatever it is. So as long as he can control him, it's fine. It's not like he's going to be driven backwards by Warner in the open field like that, especially when he has momentum. So gets his hands wide on him, continues to run the feet, drive him, drive him, drive him. Warner tries to obviously slip out of it, but he continues to work the feet, and he eventually ends up pancaking Warner. So we start off the review with that's an excellent play. It really legitimately does not get better than that. Like that's A plus execution um by Simpson. And again, a lot of his good is very good. And I think he'd probably admit that he wants to be more consistent with the bad stuff because the bad stuff he's on his face quickly, and will give up pressures and stuff like that. But again, it's the difference of him being a very, very, very good guard and I think he's a good one now, but I think he could be even better. So good combo. I'm sure he knows that, right? Left guard, good combo. Again, really good job here. Now, obviously, they're not, they're not working to the front side linebackers. A little bit of a question in terms of okay, well, and really a lot of run schemes can be designed, and obviously, ideally, everybody's block. But if you get a one-on-one situation, running back linebacker, you're pretty much going to take that. So, do I love it working to the backside linebacker instead of the front side linebacker? Not necessarily, even though it's obviously hard on a wider zone to get to this front side backer with them comboing the D tackle here. Nonetheless, they work to the backside backer. But in terms of the combo block, you got zone step. He turns his hips a little bit here, but again, you kind of have to you have to account for where his aiming point is. If he was going to the front side backer, I would criticize him a little bit for his hips being flipped inside because it's gonna be harder for him to turn to the outside. But if he's working to the backside, you could take some liberties on that first level. So zone step, hands inside, a little bit of extension, gets vertical, looking for the backside backer. Backside backer kind of takes himself out of the play. So then Simpson just works back to the D tackle and gets his hands on him. Eventually picks up the backside backer. Now, is there a chance he was supposed to work up to the first level here? Yeah, there's a chance his eyes do flash there, but we're gonna take this like he was working to the backside backer and handle it correctly. Um, Move on to the next one. Okay, let's see. I recorded these plays in December, by the way, for Simpson. Left guard, talking about it in now June 11th. From the time I'm recording this, you're probably seeing this in like, I don't know, July, but it's June 11th for me today. So left guard, again, pretty damn good combo block. Working more vertical. Okay, so now we got duo. Steps inside, shoulder down, tight arm angle into the ribs. Again, really, if you attack the upper body, guys are flexible. They can absorb that, keep their base under them, and then just kind of snap back. If you really want to move a guy, you want to get him on the hip to the rib area, nice tight arm angle, and push them. So it's a good job getting the tighter arm angle. Could even be a little bit lower, but gets good extension. Throws 93, but look what do you see what he's very purposefully doing? Is that he's stepping with that, but he's staying square to the second level with his lower half for the most part because he doesn't want to start taking extra steps and fall into this block and then not get to the second level. So it's a really good job of creating a ton of movement, being mindful of getting to the second level, then gets to the second level. Again, I'm okay with more hugs on the second level just to contain a guy. Grabs him, drives him backwards a little bit, ends up kind of, a little bit of WWF there, but it all works out the same. If let's say if ABT was able to hold his block, which I'm sure we'll bring up in his review, he gets splashed here. His hands are low, hands are wide, so he's not able to sustain the block on 59. Let's say 59 is not there. Is Braylon Allen gone? Potentially, yeah. And Simpson would have been really the one leading the way for him. So not a good block by ABT. Again, I'm sure that will be in his review, but hands wide, hands low. All right. Stunt pickup. Simpson left guard. Good eyes. Really good eyes. Okay. So works slides to his left or gap protection to his left. And it could even be just a slide. Nonetheless, shuffles to his left. Taking on the 4-eye. Shuffle. Punch timing, good. Left hand into the outer pec, good. Starts to work back into his anchor. Eyes are up, right? Because I think he can kind of feel that, hey, this is a pick because he's not working directly into him. He's ripping. He's starting to work on Tyron Smith. Simpson's aware of that. His eyes are up, waiting for the looper. Looper comes, pushes off of the looper, lands his hands on him, holds him up enough for Rodgers, then gets sacked because Tyron Smith. Doesn't matter. It's not Simpson's fault at all. Simpson, good combo. Okay, another one. Left guard, really good combo blocker here. Really good combo blocker. Okay, zone step, same thing. Left arm on the shoulder, on the outer shoulder, and really it's like, hey, right arm pushing him vertical, left arm is gonna torque him back to the inside and stuff him to the center. So really good hand placement in terms of just what he's trying to do, create movement, but also stuff him to the inside. Stuffs him to the inside, working to 48 here, so he can take some liberties on the first level because it's more vertical. He's working more vertical, runs working laterally, but if he was working again to more of a front side backer, he couldn't stuff him as much. But because it's more not he's the Mike, like but he's more shallow. So take more liberties, push up, stuff that front side shoulder, work up to the second level. Again, kind of clap him, but get hands on. Takes care of that linebacker. Now, listen, yes, it is very, very hard at this situation to know where the running back is cutting. So it's like, oh, well, he looked tackle. It's not a good block. It's like, okay, you're just an idiot. Really, at that point, like the aiming point's outside. He's outside leverage. That's at the end of the day, that's what we want. So if this worked by design and he takes this outside, he's in a perfect scenario. You cannot block for every single angle. It's just impossible. So he thinks he's going to be outside. He blocks more for outside. He cuts inside. So the linebacker is able to drop his weight, shed, and make the tackle. Not Simpson's fault at all. It's a good block. So don't be, and I explained to you why that there. So I'm not just not explaining and saying it's shallow thinking, but that's why it would be shallow thinking. Simpson, quick loss, left guard. Let's watch. Okay, a little bit passive with the hands here. And there is some times where like he doesn't necessarily cover with his feet. I would like to see a little bit more feet activity. Like you see that big left step. So shuffles, big left step. Hands are pretty passive here. It's a very long punch. Kind of ducks his head into him. Feet aren't under him. Hands are a little bit late. And really, it's not even the best rush move from 99. He just steps through the B gap, double swipes that outside arm, and Simpson's beat very cleanly. Why? I like to see a little bit more urgency. I would like to see him, get his feet under him a little bit more and not just open his gate like that. Like explode outside, split the crotch of 99. Have better posture. Get that left hand attached earlier. Like the chest is there for you to punch, but he kind of slow plays it, ducks his head into it, doesn't bring his feet into the block really, and gets beat right off the jump. Lets up a hit on Rodgers. Accessory plays like you saw great five plays, right? Stunt pickups, combos, all this stuff, and then he'll get beat like that cleanly. Good combo. I think you're going to see a lot of good combos from Simpson because to remembrance, he's a very good combo blocker. Okay, this time working to the you have a motion here, and then you have Ruckert. Just you have Ruckert on a lead zone, on a, like a lead mid zone here. So this linebacker's accounted for by Ruckert. So they're working to the backside backer. So again, he takes a little bit of liberties on that first level. Zone steps. Again, perfect hand placement right into the pec, left into the shoulder. Um, stuffs them to Simpson. Eyes are up to the backside backer. Eyes are up to the backside backer. Is going to hang on that first level to the backside backer's there because why leave early, right? There's no point of leaving early until that backer's there. So he sticks on a little bit long, again, for a reason. Backer starts to come over the top, shuffles, gets in front of him, hands on. He gets popped, but we're still going to take that. We're still going to take that block from Simpson all day. And he's powerful. He's definitely powerful. Unnecessary. Oh, great combo. Left guard.